Hello dear students, most welcome to all of you in online class. I am Gautam Mishra, subject teacher of SST, Social Study of Class 8. Today I am going to explain you more things from the chapter 2 of Geography. The title of the chapter Land, Soil and Water Resources. In the second part of the video, I have explained you about the land resources. So, before going to explain the chapters, I would like to give a quick review of what I have explained you in the previous video or in the previous sections. So, as I have explained you that all human beings live on land and use it for agriculture and various other purposes. Land is used by all humans for agriculture and various purposes. Other purposes, what percentage of the earth is land? 30% of the earth is land, whereas 70% is covered by the waters. So only 30% of land is suitable for living or in or rest of the lands are not suitable and inhabitable. The land surface is also not the same as previous. Somewhere it is flat, somewhere it is steep, and they are very high. So there are level plans, uplands, or plateaus, hills, and mountains at various locations. Different types of land present different types of resources. Therefore, all places are not even populated. In addition, the areas with extremely cold or hot climate are sparsely populated. Soil fertility also varies from place to place. Somewhere the soil is very fertile and somewhere it is not fertile. For example, the Arctic areas and the desert and the high mountains are unfavorable for activities and practices such as farming. On the other hand, the most of the plains across the world are very fertile. Generally, humans tend to live in areas with a moderate climate, fertile soil and level land. So the plains have all these features, so they are the most populous areas in the world, and the land is the one of the most important resources, important of all natural resources. It serves as the source for all other resources such as the mineral, forest, the life forms above and below the surface, plant and animals. Land use. Land is used with it can be used with different purposes or with several purposes. So land use, pattern of land use tells us how land is being utilized by humans. Generally, land is used for the purpose of agriculture, for the purpose of agriculture. Land is used for the purpose of agriculture, settlement, and other urban development such as road and industries by the human. So it's clear to you that land is used by the humans for agriculture, for settlement, and for the other urban development such as the road and industry by humans. Land use refers to the economic use of land. It refers to the economic use of of land. The land can be used as agriculture fields to cultivate crop. It can be used as industrial areas to establish factory. It can be used as a can be used to build a house to live in. So land cover is a physical element that covers the land. Vegetations, building or water are included in it. Land use depends on physical factors. Such as topography, climate, availability of water, soil and minerals. It is estimated that about 11% of the earth's surface is used for cultivations. Forest covers another 28%, while pastures account for 34%. Include land that could be productive but has been used for economic purposes such as built-up structures, parks and gardens. Barren land and even wasteland are included in this category. Now, classifications of land. Classification of land. Lands are classified on the basis of ownership, private land and community land. So land are classified into two parts on the basis of ownership, private land and community land. What is private land and what is community land? Private land is the land used and owned by a person or a particular group of peoples for personal use, then that is called private land. And when land is used, when the land is used and used by whole community like parks, roads, forests, etc., then it is called community land. These community lands are also called common property resources. These community land are also called common property resources. So, changing pattern of land use. Now, let's study about the changing pattern of land use. Changing pattern of land use. We have studied land use, land as resources. Now we are going to study about the changing pattern of the land use. Land use has been changing over the years. Land use has been changing over the years. Human population has been increasing at an alarming rate, and so have their demand on land. Agriculture, mining, deforestation, roads, industry and settlements are some of the changes made by the humans to the land use. Scientists estimate that between 1/3 and 1/2 of our land surface has been modified by the human activities. Land degradations. Now, land degradation. Land degradations. Land degradations happens when the land is no longer suitable for agriculture. Some important reasons for this include increased populations and its ever increasing pressure on land, deforestation, soil erosion, overgrazing by animals, excessive single cropping and expansions of cities and salinizations. Together all these are responsible for the removal of nutrients from the land and aid to these natural disasters such as flood and landslide. So flood and landslides are the natural disaster which occurs due to the land degradations. The impact of land degradation is very huge. Land productivity goes down, leading to the uncertainty about food. It often leads to the migrations and general destructions of the ecosystem. Can we control these situations too? Perhaps we can to some extent. It is very expensive to reclaim degraded land. Sometimes severely degraded land might not be reclaimed at all. Land conservation. Land conservation. How we can conserve the land? Land is important for survival of humans. It is the habitat for all life and creatures, house of valuable minerals and soil that are important for the economic development of the world. So how can we conserve the land resources? Afforestation, proper sewage disposal, plant crop rotations to preserve soil nutrients, allowing gases to grow, appropriate disposal of the hazardous industrial waste, proper use of fertilizer and pesticides, and finding ways to protect ecological diversity. So degraded lands or wastelands can be cultivated for agriculture with some direction and financial help from the government. Okay, so this is about the land conservation. In the next video we will study about in details soil resources. That's much in this. Thank you for listening me. Have a great day to all of you. More in the next video.